here we go. Turn 10, Case Geld. Paper Wars 101, Compass Games. Just a quick recap. The Japanese were, of course, repulsed and any remaining units destroyed a few months back. And the Germans right now are attempting to desperately go for the sudden death victory and take Tulsa, although it doesn't look good, especially with this U.S. counterattack brewing trying to come down here. And the Germans have just lost too many units that aren't coming back here. So it doesn't look good. And also on top of that, at the end of the game turn now, we roll the die, and on a 1 or 2 on turn 10, the German socio-economic collapse trying to support this invasion, it fails. So that could end the game too. So we'll keep pressing on, but too many threats here. They're probably not going to have enough units to make Tulsa. They may have all their invasion forces cut off here. And on top of that, the German economy could collapse. So we'll see. This may be the last turn, possibly. So we start out with the Allied strategic phase. First thing we do is roll for air power in the east. 4. They get 2. Okay, there's the 2. That's good. So actually, if I get 2, I could put it here, which should support any attacks going forward. I could be if I get a shot at Savannah for some reason, I'd get a shift. Let's do that. And do I want to use it over here for anything? Well, if I put it there, I get a next shift on both these units, and that's the path. So let's do that. And again, concentration is death in atomic warfare. The Germans, notice, aren't stacking except here. And because that's where they're stacking, that's where the bomb goes. Right here. So, because the air power's there, there's only a -2 on the die, survey says. Okay, that's a dud. No atomic bomb. And the Germans breathe a sigh of relief. Alright, and I skipped the American. They're just getting too many units now, too. Let's see what we got here. How many units do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll do my same rule, odds, evens. Evens, they only get 2. So let's put, they'll get this one and they'll get this one. And these two go back. So actually at this rate they're getting more than enough units here. Possibly. Can't place units on Tulsa. So I'll put one here. And to be honest, actually we can put one here. That'll help keep our defenses going. We can potentially shift them into the attack. So that's the U.S. strategic phase, air power replacements and atomic bomb attack, and now it is the German player's turn. Alright, first up here, it's not worth the attack anymore, really. Don't need the beachhead. Gonna pull this guy down to Charleston. And I'm actually going to put this guy over here. And put this guy here. And then that frees up all these units. Now, if I take Jacksonville, then I can abandon these hexes, actually. I could bring down 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. I could get, that's still not good. 10 with a 2 shift. Well, I take Jacksonville on 1, 2, 3, or 4. And then I can collapse all the way down to here. And focus here. Wow. Choices, choices, choices. Actually, the The U.S. should have put a reinforcement there. My bad. Didn't even think of that. Or I can move them up here to take advantage and just keep driving, but if they do cut us off, we're in trouble. Oh, I've got this guy free. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I can pull this guy down here. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That gives us a 15 table. 1, 2. And that gives us a very good chance. Barring a 6, and we'll take losses, and we'll lose one of these units. That's not good either. So maybe these 2 units should rush up here. I should just put one of them here. Pull this guy down. 6, 14 is not enough. 6, 18, 17. We're still 15, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So that's all we need, a 12 and a 4. So we just need these 2 units to try and take Jacksonville. And the lesson is, let's move this guy off. Don't stack. And then one of these guys has to go up here to seal Birmingham. Good enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this guy will go to free up this guy. We don't want to attack him, so we want to attack him. So we move him up here. Oh, we definitely want him in the attack. Alright, we got 16. Oh, I hate stacking units. Let's move this guy here. This guy here. This guy here. Stretching it. We are really stretching it here. Yeah. Oh, this looks... am I attacking here? No, this guy's free. Oh, that's right. This guy's free. Definitely not going to stack him with that guy. That guy's good. Oh, but one of them can advance, and I need the infantry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're just asking for an atomic bomb here. If we don't win, we're going to have 2 SS units screaming to be atomic bombed. So let's spread this around. Oops, can't do that. That'll definitely draw attention. Is that overkill? 12, 16 is 28. This guy will get a 2 shift. I don't want that. And this is the direction I have to go. This guy could move up here, though. There we go. Yeah, that's stretching the lines. Alright. Man, I'd like to take this. But if we take Savannah, we can move up here and worry about just covering this flank. We don't care about this. Alright. Oh, let's do this attack first. Hopefully I have overwhelming force. 559. Where did you come from? That's a weird unit. He should have a back. I'm going to have to look at that unit. That's okay. He'll be a 5. Because even if he was destroyed... When was he destroyed? Oh well. Let's see. We got 8 and 4 is 12. 12 and 16 is 28. It's a 20 with a shift because of air power. So let's see. 20 with a shift. We're on the 15. He only has 1 step. Oh, come on. Well, that's it. I mean, seriously. He's something going on. Well, if he was a replacement, he would have come back at 1 step. So he's back in the cup. Gonna have to look at the... I may have done one of these wrong. We did lose that, and we'll move this guy. And this guy. So the drive on Tulsa continues. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, they're trying. They're giving it the best effort here. I don't know why this guy didn't mask. There we go. Okay, so one of them didn't work out. Now, here's the one I'm scared about. This will allow them to shorten their lines. So we got a 15 with a 2 shift. Did they do a 486? Yeah, good job. So they're on the 5 and anything but a 6. Now if I roll a 6, no I didn't, good. 4 is a 1 and 1, that's all we need. And that's why we have the infantry. And this flips. Oh, I don't flip these, I think I got one down here. This will just delete, and now they've got 3 cities, and this guy will move in there. Alright, so this means now this counterattack isn't as threatening because we can now pull supplies through here. So that does help. Kind of takes the steam out of this, but again, the Germans are getting sucked into other things. That's done, so let me get this out of here. So it's getting tough. Replacements. Looking for elites here. I don't think any of these can increase. Nope. Let's take that guy there. Nope. He's at full strength. I think he's at full strength too. Oops, wrong way. Yeah, he's at full strength. Okay, so none of that. So then the question is, where do I take the infantry replacement? Well, survey says here. Okay, so that's the end of the German turn. They abandoned their beachhead, original beachhead, because now they've got supplies coming in through all 3 of these. That means we can seal this corridor off by putting a unit right here. So that frees up a unit too. So that's a good move, taking Jacksonville. So now it's the U.S. turn. Okay, I did mess up during the strategic phase. Americans get reinforcements too. So that guy goes to full strength. 1 point, but hey, every point counts. So with this taken, this drive on Charleston will not cut off their supplies, but look at this weak point. So let's do this. Unlike garrisons, these have 1 step, but they don't have a defensive factor, so they're going to overrun the beachhead here. So it's gone. Not that it's needed anymore. So the only thing we need to do now is screen here. But let's see how we can do that. This is a great unit, so I'm going to shift him here. I'm going to shift this guy here. Actually, no, I'll shift this guy all the way over to here. So, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 16, 16, and 6 is 22. If we got 2 more factors, we'd be at 15 right now, but we need 2 more factors. I do not know. Oh, yes, we do. Can I get these guys? I put all my reinforcements over here. They should be over here now. That's actually a line. That is actually a line. So I guess I can put this guy here. He's not terribly strong, but he's good enough. So the question is, can we get some more power here for this attack? And well, let's see. I could stay on this river line. I don't want to go here because they may attack me and get lucky. So here and here. Oh, I'm running out of units actually. Well, that's a different problem for the US. Can't abandon here because they'll go running, so I have to keep this guy. Well, they're not going to attack, so I could extend this guy up here using New Orleans. This guy, he could go here. He's not adjacent to anybody. Let's see. This guy, I don't want him there. I have to put him here. I'm not getting that unit I want. This is where the drive's coming. Why am I doing this? Can I extend this guy further? Why here? Why not here? He can't be there, so he has to go there. Yep, that's what we have to do. Let's see, this guy goes here, this guy goes here. And that guy is there, and then I can pull this guy down to support the attack coming down this way. Oh, this guy better not stay there. Does it really matter? No. I mean, if the Germans start going that way, whoop-de-doo. I mean, he could stay here. They're not going to be able to attack him. They're not going this way. They've got to go this way. So, let's see, and then we'll send a counterattack right down here. Okay. So, the U.S. now, with the capture of Jacksonville, realize they need to shift, and if they do want to cut off the German spearheads, they've got to come down further west. So they shift their attack out of Birmingham now. And let's see. Yeah, that's okay. I'm not worried about him attacking anything unless he goes for a lucky die roll. So let's see what we got. Oops, pressed the wrong button. Spence is killing. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 24 and 6 is 32 to 4. Oh, just under 30. We're gonna take this guy out. Yep, we're on the 30, just under 30. We're on the 25 table. On a 5 and a 6, we lose a step. Of course, we lose a step. Well, not many choices here. Yeah, we're going to have to... well, that kind of hurts, to be honest. We lose a step. Let's put... No, we got to leave something in Birmingham. Oh, what are we going to... This is... I don't think anybody can advance after combat with these kind of winky, wussy units. Or I could just take it from him. That's only... Oh, there's something going... Oh, I keep hitting mask. I want flip. There we go. Okay, so that's correct. And then this guy is destroyed. I mean, the Germans are running out of units. It's another infantry armor destroyed. And then the question is, do we want to advance after combat? It would expose us, and this guy's free. So no, we'll just say, what are you going to do, Germans? You got it. Well, if I do advance after combat, it does force me, but whoever I advance there will probably get killed. And this is a perfect setup for a momentum attack. Let's just keep it as is and see what the Germans do. Okay. Alright, so here we are at the end of turn, not 9, but 10. Yep. Roll of a 1 or 2 and the game is over. There is a 1 out of 3 chance that the German economy collapses. Let's see. Yeah, can they... Well, they can shorten their lines. They can come all the way down here to protect Jacksonville and then try and support that way. But I don't see it. Anyway, let's see. So a 1 out of 3 chance, the game is over. On a roll of 1 or 2, the game is over. And I will abide by this roll. Well, right before saying I will abide by this roll, the game is over. German socio-economic collapse. Wow, U.S. triumphant. Are they going to retake the world? Probably not at this point, but the atomic bomb certainly is a deterrent. Do they let the Axis pull back, recoup their losses, develop their own atomic bomb, and try again? I don't know. So, socio-economic collapse. Could the Germans have made it? No, I don't think so. They're making progress, but they're running out of units. Their lines are extending, and the U.S. is really threatening here. I mean, they could, yeah, they can pull all the way back. They can pull on the other side of, well, probably pull down to Savannah and build a line across, and then funnel extra units that way. That could have worked, but well, let's see. We did roll the 2, so that is the end of the game. Let's see where we're at time here. 20 minutes. So yeah, this was interesting. If I do my lessons learned, I did make mistakes. The Germans did it right. They got a port, and then they got, they did a beachhead, and they captured a port right away, so they couldn't, U.S. couldn't drop bombs on the port. But they couldn't stop atom bombs from being created every turn because they hadn't got one of these. So, as the Axis, your big priorities are, well, to get ashore, you've got to get a port. Otherwise, your beachhead becomes a target. And that's what happened to the Japanese. They didn't get a port. They went for the Manhattan Project. But it only took, early on, an atomic bomb succeeded in being dropped on the beachhead, cutting all their supply. And they never recovered from that. In hindsight, if I look at this, there was one here. Yeah, if you're going to land up here, you have to take Seattle. The Japanese have to take Seattle. So I'll check the rules, but figure out where you can land to get close to Seattle. Maybe here and then attack. I don't know. Or problem with 2 of them here and the other one way back here, you got the same problem the Germans have. If they come down here and grab a port, that's great. They'll have a port, but they'll be far away from all of the Manhattan projects. And therefore, potentially, there's an atom bomb dropping every turn after the second. So, there's some interesting things here. Yeah, so close. The banks of the Mississippi, and that's where the German attempt to defeat the U.S. ended, at the banks of the Mississippi, while the Japanese never got further than, well, here, I guess. I don't know what I'd call it. They never got out of Washington State. Well, they got down into Oregon here briefly, but they never took Seattle. So, if I played this again, that's interesting. I don't know. But we did see that, one of the big things with the U.S. had to be stomp on those beachheads quickly. Otherwise, once all these units come into play, I mean, that's what saved them from the Japanese. They had to wrestle with all of these units and armies. It would have been a lot tougher. Same token here with the Germans. I don't know what the Germans could have done better, but this is what pretty much slowed them down. They had too many losses by the end of it. They just didn't have the horsepower to get going. I mean, they gave it a shot, but their economy just wasn't up to it. So, anyway, this was fun. If you'd watched the whole series, thanks for watching. And if you go to the BGG site, actually, maybe I'll look at that real quick. Here we go. Okay, here's the player aid card I got from somebody named Sturmer. Thank you, Sturmer. That's the player aid card I was using it. I didn't try this. Maybe if I revisit, I could look at this. Adds the America Bomber and G10, allowing them to, let's see, allowing them either a shift in a city attack or a temporary reduction. Oh, now that's good. That's good right there. So if I could temporarily take one Manhattan project off the case, that would help. I think the G2N was Japanese. Okay. And then they've got some additional, let me go all 5. Yeah, that I don't care. That's fine. They've got a Dragnach Pacific. Germany is the aggressor, uses the west map only. And I think it's the Germans trying to invade the Japanese portion. And then we have Mississippi. Yeah, I think this one, I haven't looked at it yet. This is, I think, where it's just the Germans and the Japanese face off. And go for it. Kind of like, I forgot the name of the other, NATO nukes or whatever. There was another game that did this specifically. The name eludes me momentarily. So that kind of does that too. So yeah, if I revisit this, you know, I could maybe look at those other ones, but I'd take a shot at the game here, and I maybe include the strat bombing rule that I just saw in BGG, where they can at least bomb the Manhattan projects and try and take them offline for a turn, I'm assuming. So it doesn't become a sure thing each turn. But yeah, without those atom bombs, this would have been, well, I don't think the Japanese would have been kicked off if it wasn't for the atomic bombs. And the Germans, it slowed them down. It messed them up. You saw me using it to bomb the spearheads, and that was definitely not good. You know, if the game kept going, I still don't think the Germans could have pulled it off. I mean, they maybe would have gotten to here, is my guess, because, I mean, look at this. I mean, even if they get here, advance, 1 turn, advance, 2 turns, advance, 3 turns, well, I mean, yeah, barring anything else, maybe they could have made it. Although I know the U.S. probably would have been really starting to defend when they got here. Or they're pouring their efforts into here. I mean, if the 18th Airborne came back and an airdrop got pulled off, boom, one fell swoop. This kind of, I mean, literally. Let's say I did advance somebody here. Yeah, then what are the Germans going to do? I mean, if they can get down to here, if they can get down to here, they can cut everything off. They can cut everything off. So let's say I did this just as an example. I mean, they'll probably squash these guys, but that's one more turn of delay, so that's why I didn't do it. But even so, this is not too far away. And Jacksonville is the last port, so even though they, you know, they could have kept pushing on Charleston and sealed off Charleston and maybe Savannah here, this shift here, there's no defense against this. There are no Atlantic ports that would save the spearheads here, because the Germans can't use the Gulf ports. So, yep, I don't think, and I can picture Patton here. Patton's in Birmingham saying, go for the coast. Okay. So, yeah, fun game. With the knowledge, I'd revisit it, and, well, I know I'd play the Japanese different. Go get that port fast, first turn, no question. And the Germans, I don't know. Is there any value in landing up here? Oh my, what a battle this will be. All of these with 2 shifts. Holy smoke. I mean, I'd have to count the number of cities to see what I need to do to get to 26 here. Because, you know, if you land up here, you're probably not going here to Tulsa. If you want to go to Tulsa, in hindsight, maybe land a little further south and then grab Savannah and Jacksonville. In hindsight, not necessarily Charleston, because this is open plains or whatever they are to Tulsa. So, interesting game. Definitely worth revisiting at some point in the future. And this ends my Thai Bomba alternate history look. Well, probably. I did Operation Unthinkable from S&T. The Western Allies attacking the Soviets after World War II. And now we've done Case Geld here. The other hand, the Axis trying to invade. So, yeah, at this point, maybe, yeah, the onerous is on the Axis. They've got to be aggressive. But by the same token, the U.S., before they end up being in defense, has to be aggressive on the beachheads, shift all their units. And then when and if the Axis does break out, they've got a screen, but by the same token, threaten those supply lines. You saw that had to cause the Germans to pull stuff off. So, all right, cool. Comments appreciated. Like if you like, and subscribe to the channel for my next game series. Thanks for watching.